just code. This is literally just like an SDK that we provide. It's actually what we call Quirk Service Kit, but it's an SDK, right? So we have shared code that all of our services use called Quirk Service Kit. And the idea behind Quirk Service Kit is just to make the necessity of setting up all of these initializers and everything out of the box and easy, right? That's really the only reason why service, and it's for everything. It's not just for OTel, but it's like for logging and everything, right? So the request comes through, or we'll say the message in this case, right? So this is a message. This is a message as well. We really just track, messaging in general, whether it be a request or whatever. Both of these initialize the SDK, and then as that happens, the metrics are collected, right? And that means that they're collected in the actual service itself, right? Now this, for like Lambdas, this could be a sidecar, like a what they call a layer, right? So it could be a layer, or it could just be context in a service, one of the two, right? When this is finished collecting, right, then what we do is we ship it to a internal server. We'll call this here's our internal server, and this is like our OTel proxy, so to speak. What happens here is this OTel proxy then ships this wherever we want it to go. And so in this case, this OTel proxy actually ends up shipping it to Grafana Cloud, right? And that's the entire process. Is basically we unify the what's it called? The service or the Lambda with the initializers, and then those all get collected and shipped to one OTel proxy. Now this is a EC2 instance with custom service, basically. So we wrote a service that accepts messages, and then basically in batch, I'm going to say batch send, we batch send those to Grafana Cloud. And that's effectively how OTel works. It seems a little bit more confusing than it really is. Like, really what it is again, a Lambda fires, right? It initializes, sets up all the initial, all the OTel stuff specifically. If a message comes through a service, it has all the OTel initialized. There's the collection process while the actual, message or whatever is being handled. And then that gets shipped out, via internal networking, right, to the OTel proxy internally. And then we batch send that out. So effectively, it doesn't really matter where the metrics come from. By the time it gets here, right, we have a standardized way of shipping all of those metrics. And so that's why we have this internal proxy, which then batch sends it up to Grafana Cloud. Like I said, I also know that there is, we use the telemetry, the AWS telemetry API, but I don't remember where that fits in here. But yeah, this is how we do it, basically. Do you also do distributed tracing? Yes, we do. Yeah, Scriblam, that's something that Hayden's been working on. Here, let's go to Grafana Cloud really quickly. And I'll just go to portal. Let me just load up the front end. Oh, am I not logged in? Hang on. All right, so I'm logged into Quirk, right? I'm logged into Quirk, and I just sent a bunch of requests to Lambdas and stuff like that, right? And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to explore, and then I'm going to go to search, and you'll see here's all of our traces. Like here's all of the traces that just happened the last 5 seconds or whatever.